Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today I'm going to be doing a little get ready with me because those are always fun to do, but I figured today instead of doing like a tutorial style video, I'm just going to do my makeup and talk with you guys, and I figured that this would be a really good opportunity for me to help you guys get to know me a little bit better, and more specifically how I was introduced to green beauty or clean beauty, whatever you want to call it. So this will be like my journey to green beauty. So if you guys are interested in seeing me play with my makeup and talk about green beauty, just keep watching. Okay, so like I said, I have to pull my mirror closer. I'm not gonna really show you guys specific products that I'm using. I'm just gonna be doing my makeup and sharing my journey to green beauty. All right, so let's see, when I was living in Alabama, maybe about 7 or 8 years ago, my friend introduced me to the Environmental Working Group's cosmetic database. And at that point, I was, I thought I was healthy. Like most people, I was eating a good, clean, organic diet. I was exercising all the time, but I never really thought about my personal care products and how they impacted my health. And I don't know, I think that's the truth for most people. Like, no one thinks that their body wash or their makeup or their shampoo, conditioner, whatever it might be, that those products impact their health. And I was one of those people. I was just like the average person. I had no idea. And then I had dinner with a friend of mine, Suzanne, and she was telling me about the cosmetics database, and I will link the specific website below, but she was telling me that she went on and was looking up the products she was using because she was also into, a healthy lifestyle, but she was surprised to find out that a lot of the products she was using were actually really quite toxic and bad for her. And she suggested that I check out the website as well. So I remember going home and getting my kids to bed and then getting on the computer and looking up all my favorite products and just being completely shocked. I'm not gonna smash any brands or anything, but I used to shop at Sephora and all the department stores. I love Chanel, I love NARS, I love Smashbox, Makeup Forever, like all those brands. And I sadly found out that everything I was using was pretty darn toxic. They all had ingredients that were messing with my hormones, ingredients, linked to allergies and asthma, some ingredients linked to cancer as well, which is really scary. And I just was so shocked and mad, honestly. Like, you would never think that, say I was using conventional beauty products right now, that these products could impact my health in a negative way. So after I, looked up all these products, or all my products, I just completely, I couldn't use those products anymore. I couldn't use my favorite blush knowing that it was really quite toxic. My blush, I think my favorite blush was one of the most toxic products I was using. So on Environmental Working Group's cosmetic database, what they do is they rate products on a scale from 1 to 10. I believe it's 1 to 10. So 1 is safe and 10 is really toxic. And my blush was an 8, which is crazy. And my shampoo, my conditioners, they were 5 or a 6. And all my products were really quite nasty, to be honest. So I'm very much an all or nothing person. I couldn't use those products knowing that they were bad for me. So I just decided to completely overhaul my entire personal care product collections. That was shampoo, conditioner, all my skincare, makeup, deodorant, all the products I was using on my kids. Oh my goodness. I found out that the products I was using on my kids were really quite nasty also. So I'm just making sure I got this okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna call it a brand. Again, like I said, that's not what I wanna do, but I was using a specific children's or babies line that had formaldehyde in it, and you would never think that products that you bathe your babies in are going to have formaldehyde, which is a known carcinogen. So I was just really shocked, and like I said, I'm an all or nothing person, so I completely threw out everything and started over. And that was hard. I mean, I had to do all this research and teach myself how to read labels. Like, I don't claim to be an expert right now, but I've gotten pretty good at like scanning labels and being able to tell if there's any like questionable ingredients in those products. And I had to try a lot of different brands and experiment quite a bit. Sorry, I just need to concentrate for a second here on my blonde little eyebrows. So, back to my little story. I got rid of everything, and my husband was quite not happy that I was throwing out so much stuff, but I did it anyway because, you know, I was already living what I thought a healthy lifestyle, eating organic and exercising, and then I was poisoning myself and my family with our products. So I wanted to start over and just get some good, safe products for us. So I initially, for beauty products, I discovered 100% Pure, and I was really happy with that brand. And I'm trying to think what other, you know, there's a lot of good, clean beauty brands out there right now, but there's also, unfortunately, some brands that just don't perform like your department store makeup. So I bought a lot of things that I ended up not really using, like using it, and they didn't really perform very well, so throwing them out. But I found some really good products along the way too. And like I said, so that was like 7 or 8 years ago, but then about a year and a half ago, I discovered Beautycounter, and their products are just so amazing. I love the company so much. Good, clean ingredients that are not going to harm me or my family, and they work so well too. So I'm really happy. And like right now, I just used Honest Beauty products, another good brand. There's so many good brands out there, which is great, but there's also, like I said, some brands that don't really work so good in the natural beauty world. So I had to play around a lot. I read a lot of books. I can actually link a really good book that I read. I believe it's called No More Dirty Looks. It's a really good resource. It talks about all the ingredients that you should avoid and why you should avoid them, like what health ailment or problem they are linked to, like parabens and sulfates and phthalates and BPA and formaldehyde, all that kind of stuff, why it's bad for you. So I'll link that book down below as well. But it's been a journey, and I'm still learning along the way. I'm by no means a green beauty expert, but I've learned a lot, and I'm really passionate about this subject because, you know, there's so many health problems seem to be on the rise, and you just don't know, like, if it's your blush, if it's your lipstick, if it's your moisturizer, your eye cream, like, you just don't know if those products could be causing some of the problems that so many people are faced with today. Okay, now I'm kind of debating a little bit. I was going to use this palette, but it's gone. It was limited edition, and it's no longer available. So I just really wanted to use this bronzer, but maybe I'll use my other bronzer instead. I'll use this bronzer. All right, and I will, by the way, I'll link all the products that I'm using below. So, yeah, but like I said, I'm very passionate about green beauty. I love it. Some people call it green beauty, you can call it clean beauty, safer beauty, all of the above, but this is just a big passion of mine, and working with Beautycounter is so wonderful because I get to educate people about using safer products, and I get to use the safer products myself, so it's definitely a win-win. All right, I'm gonna cheat here and use this blush from this palette because it's my favorite. All right, so if anyone, while you're watching this video, if you have any questions, definitely ask in the comments below. I am more than happy to answer questions or get you guys in the right direction to certain resources, books, websites, whatever, so that you guys can learn for yourself. But I highly recommend going to Cosmetics Database and searching your products that you're using. Check everything, and it is kind of overwhelming, I'll be honest. Like, I was really overwhelmed when I first went to the Cosmetics Database and was searching out my products. I was just shocked, honestly, and it seemed like every product I checked, there wasn't a good rating on my products, and it was overwhelming. And like I said, I taught myself what I know. Like, everything I know now was self-taught. I didn't have anyone to help me. So I want to be a good resource for people to, you know, to help you along the way and to offer suggestions or whatever is needed, because it is overwhelming, and switching over to green beauty can be a lot of work, and you might think that, you know, it just can't be done, or that the products just won't perform or compare to what you're used to, or everything like that, but it's possible. I'm living proof of it. And also too, right around the time I discovered that website, I started realizing how toxic my cleaning products were too. So that was a big lifestyle adjustment back then, about 7 or 8 years ago, just switching over to cleaner personal care products, cleaner cleaning products, and everything. But it's definitely been worth it, and I don't regret it one little bit looking back. It's one of the best decisions I ever made. All right, let's see. Oh, I forgot to bring, I'm not in my room right now, and I forgot to bring one of my palettes down. So I'm just gonna actually cheat and use a little bit of this just for my highlight under my eyebrow. All right, let's see. And as you can see, I mean, the products, clean products, work. These are really beautiful products, all of them. And even though I work with Beautycounter, I support lots of different brands that are dedicated to making safer products. So I'm using Honest Beauty. I have Zuzu Luxe, Pacifica, Well People. I mean, lots of different brands. I haven't used RMS Beauty, but I've heard that they're really good. Like I said, 100% Pure is another really good clean brand to try out if you're interested. but there are so many different brands that provide you with safer products, which is awesome. I'm gonna experiment today. I'm gonna try something a little bit different. Well, not different, but just a little different. Oh, and while we're talking about green beauty, okay. So luckily for me, I wasn't having any issues with being sensitive to the nasty ingredients in the products that I was using, but I have friends that found out that they were actually allergic to like parabens and stuff, and they constantly had like a rash and they didn't know why, and then it turned out that they were allergic to a lot of the toxic nasty stuff in their products, and when they switched over to safer products, the rash went away or whatever it might be. So that's something too, where allergies, like a lot of people are allergic to certain ingredients. And I know for me, since switching to natural or safe, whatever you want to call it, cleaning products and eliminating candles, oh my goodness, that's something too. Like, I used to love going, especially this time of year, going to what's it called, Bath and Body Works, and getting like all the fall scented candles. But then now those are toxic. Just, I'm sorry to call out that brand, like those artificially scented candles are just so bad for you. And even like the little wax melts that don't have a wick, they're extremely toxic. I've heard that burning a candle like that is like the equivalent of driving a truck or a car into your kitchen, your living room, whatever room you light your candle in, turning it on and just letting it run and getting all those toxins from the exhaust coming into your home. It's the same thing as lighting a autumn scented candle. Like, it's pretty horrible. So anyway, what I was saying was, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. So now that I've been away from all of that artificialness, if I'm around it, my throat itches, I start sneezing and coughing like crazy, and I can't breathe. And I have mild asthma, so it triggers my asthma, and I have to be on like antihistamines to be around that, which is crazy. But before, it never bothered me. But getting away from it and then going back to it, you realize just like how horrible that was and how much it really affected you. Okay, anyway, I'm just gonna pause my camera, pop on some eyeliner and mascara, and then I will come back and finish up with my lips so you can see my little final makeup, quick kind of makeup look today. So I will be right back in just a second. Okay, so I got on some liquid liner, mascara, and I actually just put a little eyeshadow under my lower lash line, and I'm just gonna do my lipstick. I have a big jar of everything. I think today, I don't know if I have everything in here. I wasn't very prepared. I'll do, okay, I feel bad wearing the color that nobody can buy, but that's what I'm in the mood for today. Whenever I wear like a red color, I like to do a pencil, so I'm just gonna line my lips, get really close. This is a gorgeous color. It's called Texas Poppy. All right, so I'll get that out of the way. Move that. Okay, so I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, my little chatty journey to green beauty, I guess, if you will. Yeah, I just wanted to share that because I know sometimes you might hear about switching over to cleaner, safer products, but kind of not know where to start. So I highly recommend, like I said, I'm holding a brush here, going over to the cosmetics database website, and as I said, I'm going to link it below, and just search your products and see how they rate. I know that there were some conventional products I was using that were really quite clean. They only had like a 2 on the EWG scale, but like I said, some were really quite bad. So start with searching your products, seeing how they rate. Check out that book, I'll link it below, No More Dirty Looks, to really educate yourself more about ingredients and why some are good, some are bad. And then there are lots of good clean brands, like I said, 100% pure, Juice Beauty, Beautycounter, of course, Well People, The Honest Company or Honest Beauty, and Zuzu Luxe. I mean, there are so many good clean brands out there. So I definitely think it is worth it to consider switching, or not to consider, definitely to switch over to safer products. But anyway, if you guys like this video, if you would like me to do more kind of educational videos, just give this video a thumbs up so that I know that you liked it and that you are interested in seeing more educational videos. But anyway, I have some errands to run, so I'm gonna go now. I hope you guys all have a really good day, and I will see you in my next video.